You have had it with a narcissistic person in your life and have given them an ultimatum to go to therapy or you will leave them. Or you are already heading out the door and they beg you to give them another chance and agree to go to therapy. But here's the catch. They claim they cannot do it without you or even demand that you need to go with them. Now they just turn the tables on you and may even accuse you of not caring or not wanting them to change. In this video, I give you the truth of what normally happens if you go with a narcissist to therapy. Make sure you stick around to the end of the video so you can avoid the common pitfalls and know what to expect if a narcissist goes on their own to therapy. Many therapists have very limited knowledge or experience in dealing with a narcissist. Some have only taken one class on these personality disorders. Covert narcissists can easily be misdiagnosed as borderline or even bipolar, and the therapist can easily be charmed by a grandiose narcissist or a sociopath. Narcissists are extremely manipulative. Before you know it, the narcissist will be the victim, with the therapist agreeing. The narcissist may say or do something to trigger you, such as flat out lying and smearing your name. When you lose it, the narcissist will be cool and calm, while pointing out to the therapist that this is nothing to what they have to deal with at home. Not only can he be blamed for the narcissist's actions, but you can also be diagnosed as aggressive and emotionally unstable. You may try to tell the therapist about the wild things the narcissist does to you. Frequently, the therapist will believe a narcissist's lies and not you. They may even diagnose you with having hallucinations. Next thing you know, the narcissist gets the therapist to admit you to a mental hospital or divorce you and use your mental instability against you to take custody of your children. They can even get the therapist to testify in court how you lost it in therapy and what a danger you are to yourself or your children. If you're lucky, the therapist will only try to convince you that you need to change and be more accepting of a narcissist and show them more love, and that all you need to save a relationship is communication. Frequently, you will be blamed for not allowing the narcissist to express their feelings and problems they have with you, as you are always having issues with them. Some narcissists become therapists because it gives them power and control over others. Often they will be a covert narcissist or sociopath. You may not realize it until it's too late and the therapist and narcissist have ganged up against you. This can also happen when you go to see a pastor at church, as narcissists and sociopaths love the power position in the church gives them. With a narcissistic therapist, the narcissist will immediately realize the therapist speaks their language, and the two will be best buddies from the get-go. Together, they can make life hell for you, and can even cause you to end up in a mental institution and lose everything you have. If you're lucky, the therapist will just gaslight you and tell you that you're overreacting or have been misunderstanding the narcissist. Good luck stopping the therapy, as this is often the one time the narcissist will push you to go to therapy. If you go, they will play tag team on your mind. If you do not go to therapy, you just gave a narcissist a reason for why the narcissist cannot change. Now you are the evil one who stopped therapy and ruined their only chance to get better. They will often increase the abuse and blame you for them getting worse, as you stop the therapy or refuse to go to the one therapist who understands them and can help them. They will also refuse for you to see another therapist or for them to see your therapist if you did manage to find one who supports you. Many narcissists only go to therapy when ordered by a court or when they will lose their job or marriage. However, they believe they are the victim and that they can manipulate the therapist to take their side. Thus, a narcissist goes with the intention of gaining the upper hand and either proving that you are the problem or that there is no problem to begin with. You may be shocked to find that the narcissist tries to get the therapist to agree with them that your boundaries are unreasonable and that you should change your boundaries and allow the narcissist the freedom to do whatever they feel entitled to. As many therapists use the two-way street model, where they believe both parties are in some way responsible for the problems in the relationship, they will push until you admit some guilt. When you get home, the narcissist will use whatever guilt you agreed to in the session against you, to further break down your boundaries and get you to accept even more blame for their actions, or to justify them abusing you. After all, you just agreed that you are partly to blame for the problems in the relationship. If the therapist did hold the narcissist accountable in any way, you will be punished for making the narcissist look bad. Your life and those of your children may even be in danger, depending on how badly the narcissist feels insulted and if they fear other actions they did may get exposed. If them being labelled as abusive or narcissistic threatens their job, such as them being in the armed service or police service, then they may violently try to get you to stop the therapy. Police often are some of the most dangerous abusers when they think they are going to be exposed and possibly lose their job or go to jail. Even if you have no plans to press charges, they may fear the therapist will convince you to do so and may take action on those fears and end your or their life before you can take action. It is not what you are doing, it is what you can do and what the therapist may tell you to do that they fear. There's no way for a therapist to know who is lying, and the narcissist is a far better liar than you. You will frequently be humiliated and abused both in the therapy session and back at home. The narcissist often gets a therapist to agree with them that you are being unreasonable, which will emotionally cause more abuse for you. You may come out of a session feeling so broken down that you may feel there's no reason to live. Low intelligence narcissists often only know how to manipulate by using violence. They do not go to therapy willingly. They would rather punch your teeth out than admit there's something wrong with them. Mid-intelligence narcissists more often go, but they honestly believe they are good people and that you are the problem or that something else is causing their behavior. So they only go to shift blame and responsibility for their behaviors and give the illusion that they will change. Regularly they will give you an extended golden period where they are nice again, just until you think everything is fine and stop the therapy and the thought of leaving them. Then they go back to their old tricks of abusing you again. Unfortunately, they would have learned a lot about how their actions are making you feel and what gets under your skin as well as what makes you tick. You may open up and tell them things that hurt you that they did not even know hurt you or that they did not even know they do. When the abuse starts again, they will on purpose focus on doing what they learned hurts you the most. The worst is the highly intelligent narcissist and sociopath. Both know what they are doing and choose to do it. They go to therapy with the express purpose to learn more and have fun. Therapy is a game to them where they try to outsmart the therapist. Both love to learn what actions they do give them away so that they can work on their facade while causing more damage to people. They want to perfect their craft of manipulating and abusing people. Therapy frequently turns them into a nightmare for you. They also love to use the therapist's tactics on you after therapy and claim they know what is wrong with you and how to fix you. Many insurance plans don't cover treatment for narcissistic personality disorder. Medical insurance companies know the success rate and see therapy for people with NPD as a waste. There's also no drug that can be prescribed for narcissism. Thus, you may fork out a lot of money yourself. At home, the narcissist may promise you they will change and that they will listen to the therapist and you, but in therapy, they often deny any wrongdoing while shifting the blame to you. They twist your words and avoid questions by deflecting them back onto you or changing the subject. Session after session will be things going in circles while you suffer more and more abuse. All the while, you'll be sucked dry of money, which would have been better spent on your healing. Be careful of a narcissist who claims they went to therapy and changed. It takes many years of hard work and a dedicated and experienced therapist to make any meaningful change. Narcissism is a personality disorder. It is a way a person thinks based on their deeply ingrained beliefs. Your personality, beliefs, and the way you think have developed over many years from birth. Every situation, experience, and bit of information you gained as you grew up slowly over time modeled your brain and its synaptic wiring and created your personality. It is not something any person can easily change, nor can it be done in a few sessions. The narcissist's whole brain pattern and thinking process need to change, which will require their brain to rewire itself over time to the point that they evaluate life differently and give different priority to things in life than they used to. And to do that, they will have to come to terms and deal with the issues in their childhood that they have suppressed. Grandiose narcissists will have to accept they are not so great. Covert narcissists will have to accept they are not victims and the world is not against them. Both have to accept they are responsible for their own actions and their own situations, and that they have been hurting a lot of people in their life. That is a lot to deal with. Even then, they may not have the ability to have the empathy required to have a loving relationship with you, as the parts in their brain responsible for empathy just did not develop correctly as they grew up. Their prefrontal cortex that governs decision making also developed differently than normal. They just do not have the ability to have empathy like a normal person, and their brain is just wired to think differently. They also struggle with having insight into what causes the problems in their life, as well as what consequences there are for their actions. At its simplest, a human brain is like a highly complex computer with our synapses and neurons the hardwiring, and our beliefs the embedded software. No matter how much you beg and plead to an Android phone and how much love you give it, it is not going to change into an iPhone. If you are thinking of taking a narcissistic person to therapy, it is not advised. They can go on their own if they really want to change, which is extremely rare. Even if they do go on their own, they often only go to give an illusion that they care, or to get someone to agree with them that you are the problem. They may come home and tell you that the therapist told them you are crazy, and that you should go to therapy. Often it is a lie. Rather use the money on your own therapy to work on your recovery. The narcissist is not interested in changing. From their viewpoint, they are not the problem, and there is nothing wrong with them, or no one can help them, as they are so special. For them to change, they have to first admit they are flawed and not special. Two things a narcissist dread more than death are being wrong, as well as them being ordinary like everyone else. Some choose death rather than facing the truth. Learn more about narcissism by watching the video suggested to you right now.